Welcome, I am the Moonchin King. I have a request by Reno Jutslag. I make a list from the show Beste Zangers van Nederland. Hope you do reaction to Beste Zangers van Nederland. And the first one were all the best videos from the show. Henk Poort, Sound of Silence was number 1. This was requested on my Valjeans Flo Jansen video. She performed at the Beste Zangers. So I was interested in Sound of Silence because I've already done 3, or is it 2? 3! I've already done 3 reactions to Sound of Silence. This will be my 4th. The first one was by The Disturbed. Very intense, very creepy, very destructive. The second was the original by Simon and Garfunkel. Very creepy hair, for sure. The third one was by Flores Della. Amazing harmonies, that's from South Korea. And now this is the 4th, and I'm assuming Henk Poort is from the Netherlands, so this will be a reveal for all time, possibly, or it might be a defeat to me. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. First of all, it must be very intimidating to sit there surrounded by 8 people judging you. So close as well. I mean, there's a difference, I think, between a stadium or an arena and just sat there in a studio with like 8 people sat around you, a small group. I actually think it would be more intimidating, smaller group, than a large. Because if you're in an arena or at Wembley or somewhere, at the stadium, you don't really see the faces of your crowd. It's just black, or they're far away, or you know what I mean. It's not as intimate. Whereas if you're right there, they can see your every expression, your every looking at you. You can see the disappointment in their face when you mess up your crimes. But that's just a thought for you. Let's go.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Is that Flo, or am I imagining?
I come to talk with you again.
Okay, this is a very deep voice. I did not expect it. Not sure what I expected. But the Florestella group who did the harmonies, there was one guy in that group who had a low voice, a bassy voice, but the rest of them quite high voices. The original, again, quite high voices they sung, the key. But the Disturbed version is more intense, more shouty, more sort of powerful in its ferocity. So let's see how this one compares. He doesn't look impressed. Neither of them do.
And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
It doesn't look like he's singing it live, but maybe his voice is just that extraordinary. And his voice has more range to it than I thought it would. I don't know. When it started off so deep, I thought it's just going to stay there low. But it goes up very nicely too.
In restless dreams I walked alone. Narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turn my collar to the cold and damp. when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light.
Such a nice tone.
Played the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
She reminds me of an elf.
People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never shared, and no one dared.
I don't know what it is. First of all, that guy with the curly hair reminded me of Henry Cavill, or that guy from 50 Shades of Blue, whatever it was. I said when Flo sang that it sounded Christmassy, even though it wasn't a Christmas song, and I have the same sentiment here. This sounds very Christmassy. I can imagine snow outside and a very nice fireplace, and I'm warming my little twinkle toes with my mincy pies, waiting for Santa to invade my castle and sit on my settee, as they say in Russia. So, very calming, his voice is like caramel. At first I thought chocolate, but now I'm thinking caramel. It's rich, very soothing.
Disturb the sound of silence. Who said you do not know? Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell.
He is so focused when he sings. He's looking in one space. He is still. He's barely moving, except for his face, a little. But that's the power. It's just vibrating a bit. He has such a... He has a similar ferocity that the disturbed version has, that the other two did not have. The Simon and Garfunkel and the Florestella. They were different. This is more comparable to the disturbed version. And it is great, for sure.
Echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out each warning in the world that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls.
This guy reminds me a bit of an army general. He has a sort of authority about him. Like, he's a very proud man. I don't know how to make, like he's some sort of noble man, like some sort of king or something, someone high status in society. He has that sort of aura that a lot of people do not have. Look at him just calmly sat there, hands on his knees. He just sits and sings, and everyone is silent, except for me, of course, because I ruin all recipes in the desert. But here we go.
And tenement halls and whispers
Or maybe he's just drunk.
in the sound
Did you see the emotion? The emotion on his face, that how his face changed at the end. So stern, so strict, and then when it ends, you see his eye soften, and a smile. Smiling eyes for sure. Good to witness. If he had that intensity in his every moment, that would be a very grumpy guy to be around, I would think. But yes, pride and virtue. It was a ferocious cover for sure. Maybe not quite ferocious is the word. Fully, it was a stern thing. It was a very professional, very controlled, very safe. We felt very safe watching him, listening to him. You didn't think anything would go wrong. And it was a brilliant performance. I'm not going to say if it's better than any of the other three I've heard. I'm not going to say it's worse. Maybe I'll do a ranking if I hear a fifth one. Maybe I'll do a ranking of the 5. But I'll have to re-listen to them to rediscover. Because it's not fair doing it when I've just listened to one fresh and the others a while back. But you don't need to compare in that way. But if you want me to, I might try. That would be difficult. For sure! Tell me your thoughts. Show me your crimes. And remember your mother and your sister and your brother and your kindred. Farewell, my munchins. Take care, my munchins. Oh! Ooh.
Thank you.